5,
Wow.
4,
Foreshadowing.
3, 2, 1. This week, the worst movie ever made is brought to you by Congo Epstein inverted penoplasty. Folks, if you want to be remembered or dismembered by an African-based Epstein-approved pork sword practitioner, look no further. Check out Congo Epstein inverted penoplasty. It's what ended Bob and will likely end you, but you should still give it a go. It's penicilious.
Wow.
What's on your face?
Oh, I guess it's dirt. I think I slept in the ground last night. In the dirt.
Hello, and welcome to the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Ackman. I'm joined by, a podcast designed with one thing in mind, to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Ackman. I'm joined by my co-host and fellow mad scientist, Rob Scucci. Hey, how are you, and why are we doing this Neil Breen classic known as Past?
We are doing it because it's described as... I'm just going to read the synopsis that Neil Breen has on the passthroughfilm.com website.
Oh, shit. All right,
I'm
then
great because I love Neil
explanation.
Breen. I still think he's pranking us. I still think he's pulling one over on us. I think he's the Andy Kaufman of our generation.
Yeah.
I think he's too consistent in his delivery, like unwaveringly so.
Yeah.
He's trolling us. I think he's in on the joke, but artificial intelligence from far into the future arrives to immediately cleanse the human species of millions of humans who are harmful to other humans. A visionary, revolutionary film which pushes the human species to limits of controversial, thought-provoking actions.
Sure. Yeah. Couldn't agree more. With that said, let's try to explain this piece of shit in the best explanation.
All right.
Rob gives you the alliteration. I give you the explanation. It's like a little
suicide pact. I'll sting you, you step on me.
This is the best explanation.
Oh, right. And I am pulling up
Right,
the
so
alliteration.
We
Go
have
ahead.
like a Twizzler that defies gravity, and like each twine never touches one another. And we have like a bunch of kids who are really interested in space. It's really funny.
Yeah.
They all have like a million pictures of supernova and galaxies and stuff. And that is to demonstrate for us that they're really interested in like a comet that might be coming or something. We never really get clarification on that. It's just a side story that we don't get much explanation on. There's also a human like trafficking ring where some people are being trafficked around like some border style area, not like the Bowfinger border, like that's clearly defined as the U.S.-Mexico border. It's like a fence that's set up somewhere in the middle of Arizona.
Bowfinger border.
And
Bowfinger border.
Yeah, no, that would actually like make sense, because that like was clearly American and Mexico. This one's kind of just in the middle of the state of Arizona, and actually a couple of the people running for their lives from the gunmen become gunmen. I don't know if you caught that.
Yes, I think they were double cast off Craigslist.
Yeah. Then you get Neil Breen, who is like a heroin addict with a bunch of like cans and empty water vessels and stuff like that in his trailer parked on the side of the desert where he's doing a lot of heroin. And his body is overtaken by a future man who wants to spread his message about corrupt politicians and bankers and insurance CEOs.
Of insurance companies.
Yeah. And that, I'm not kidding you, is my explanation of the movie, because never do the twins meet, in that explanation. None of those four storylines that we get really interact with each other in any meaningful way. And we get no explanation for any of them.
And the woman and her niece are the same age.
They're part of the trafficking side quest. So, but we'll get more into woman and niece in a bit. Did you have an alliteration you want to use?
Yes, it was sent to me from Bob from Beyond the Grave. Breen begets bloated and bizarre blueprint buffooning, the bedlam of bribery, bureaucracy, and billionaires.
Very
so
nice.
There we have it.
Very nice. 5-star.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw it to the best YouTube comment.
I brought in a few because these are my favorite kinds. When it's people celebrating a bad movie and they seem like, dim, not fully there. But like when it's a really good movie like Bowfinger, where like it's just like, okay, you're just saying how good it is, and like that's nothing funny there. But with Breen fans and like Tommy Wiseau fans and James Nguyen, James Nguyen is he one who did Birdemic. When it's them, people understand the irony, and the comments are like the funniest thing on the internet. And Neil Breen responds to a lot of them with just the link to like his GoFundMe, and it's fucking great.
Right.
So here we go. We're doing YouTube.
You like jazz?
Not really. But one thing I do like is reading the worst comments on YouTube. When will this nightmare end? Can we go any wider on those newsroom studio shots? Neil Breen, probably. I love that Neil Breen's method of exposing corruption and lies is just by blowing everything and everyone up and then casually walking away.
Fair enough.
I think this next one's a reference to a documentary about the Phantom Menace.
Okay. You're going to have to explain that.
There is so much going on in every frame. I remember seeing that on like a behind the scenes of like all the action sequences in the first Star Wars prequel.
Yeah.
But I could be misattributing that, but I feel like that belongs to
No, that's probably right. I mean, I'm thinking of like when Mace Windu, who's played by Samuel L. Jackson, is like fighting Boba Fett in the pit, and there's just like a million Jedi and like clones and them fighting. And it's like there's way too much going on in the background for me to even pay attention to what I'm thinking in the foreground.
It's like overstimulating. Like if you have to like pause and like pinch and zoom on like a tablet to like see like, oh, there's a guy like fighting another guy like over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
So next comment. Go ahead.
After you.
There's another thought. Okay. So just to be clear, 1, he has the resources to film on location with a large group of actors in the middle of the desert. 2, he nonetheless chooses green screen to portray the inside of a house. He does.
That's so true. He does. Man, like we're talking about towards the end, the like mansion.
Yeah.
Like
isn't that corrupt?
He's in multiple rooms of. Yeah. Isn't that against the public good?
I'm sorry. He ends with, you need some kind of special genius to make decisions like that. It's stuff like this that elevates you from a mere film director to a true auteur.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So that's the YouTube comments for the week on Neil Breen's 2006 Triumph pass through. With a
All
U.
Right, listen,
like
we're I'm hoping that the worst production turns into something that we like really heavily focus on in the future. But we're already going to be repeating our thoughts in the worst production this week, so we're gonna breeze through this one. Let's throw it to the bumper though.
We watched this movie and we were like,
when will this nightmare end?
This is the worst production.
Nice.
All right, complete incoherence. I mean, we said it already. There are 4 storylines here, and none of them intersect, and none of them even finish.
Yeah.
There's... Go ahead.
It's... For a Neil Breen film, this is his most disjointed by far.
It is.
And that's saying a lot because the bar's not high to begin with.
Nah, brah. I mean, we said it already, but the science kids, the kidnapping, the spaceman thing, the politics, all of them are not, there's no climax at the end for any of them. All of that, it's like a 4-way orgy, and all of them just wish they never partook, Not a single jealous partner, just every one of them feeling melancholy after the experience instead of pleasure. And I do not want to watch movies that make me feel that way.
Yeah, no, that's a very fair read on this all.
Yeah. All right. That's that. I want to throw it straight to the piece by piece of shit, which we're now calling. We're gonna rename this one, and I'm super excited about this because it was something that Rob and I stumbled on.
Mm-hmm.
When you got the plot of the movie and you want to go like piece by piece through it. Yeah. Rob and I, we're gonna wage battle against this movie. Against the plot. We're calling this The Plot Pounders. Let's do it.
Plot Pounders! Plot Pounders!
Wait for the falsetto. Sounds like you really hurt yourself on that one. I didn't.
I definitely did. I'm surprised I
only listened to the beginning of that because I have the quality check them before I put them on the soundboard, but I was saving it for just now. And yeah, you got gurgly on your falsetto, which is weird. That's never happened.
Well, I was going for the. I felt like the guy had some rasp to his high notes.
He does.
I wanted to hit that as best I could. I feel like I did a decent job. But I, you know, day later, I'm glad I still have a voice to speak of.
We're not professional jingle singers, so we don't have that.
No, we're not. You know, but you know,
guy.
We're pretty capable dudes, though. I feel like, you know, when you want to put out a solid bumper, you can do it. When I want to put out a solid Plot Pounders bumper, I can do it.
I agree.
Feels good about it.
That's a fair assessment.
There's a better quality. I'm just gonna say Crossfire theme song on YouTube.
Yeah,
but it wasn't the original. You know, there's no like lightning or like
the crackling
video game sounds. Like
you need it because like the song they probably recorded the song without that stuff, but then when they were doing post for the commercial, they added like in an Eminem music video, all the sound effects they add to the song, like the pencil scratching and stand,
exactly,
and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Ugh.
Yeah, you want that like for authenticity. Like I want the game Crossfire more, not because like the song was better quality audio, but because you can hear like the pinball sounds in the background, and the lightning and the like fireballs and shit like that. You know.
Yeah.
So I wanted that, and I'm sorry the quality suffers on the bumper, but it's more authentic. So if you don't like it, you know, have a 4-way with Neil Breen and see where you come out on that one. All right, so there's like a supernova sphere galaxy star space opening that has literally nothing to do with anything. It reminds me of the Jiu-Jitsu movie that we watched, where there's like a comet coming and it like opens a temple and like a guy comes out and he's like the predator basically. Only that doesn't even happen. Then we see rock paintings and cavemen. At least a cave hand, like a really hairy cave hand.
Which is weird because it's meant to be ancient, but you could tell they just freshly painted it for the movie on the rocks, the white paint.
Yeah, I mean, it was very fresh for having been around for thousands.
It was like fresh eggshell color, It was like,
you're right, you're right. There was a tiger. There were 2 clocks. And then what I thought might be a bunch of immigrants, but they just couldn't get like... I was going to say immigrant colored people to like act as the immigrants because they're all sorts of colors. Like every color of person is like being trafficked.
Yeah,
so
there's some people. It's like because like they're coming from like you have some Hispanic looking people and you have a couple black guys. Then like you have some dude that looks like his name's Colin and he's from Detroit. It's like what the fuck are you doing?
I immigrated to this country from Austria and my dad is dead because the crooked politicians killed him.
Yeah.
And I'm not standing for this anymore.
Yeah. Because we're like in Nevada too. It's like fucking
it's
like
really
that's where Breen's from. He's from Vegas, right? So
oh, is he?
I assume they're in like Nevada or Arizona or like on like the border. Or like
probably
not Utah. Probably not Utah, but like Nevada or Arizona.
Yeah. So we go back to the kids looking at countless pictures of galaxies. And then there's an old man looking at pictures of galaxies in like a hospital bed.
Well, they show his cowboy boots first on the floor.
Oh, do they? I missed that.
Yeah, because there's one throwaway line about how he's so eccentric with all his boots. Like that was like why the girls were reluctant to like contact a professor. He's so eccentric. He has all these boots.
I do remember that now. Yeah, you're right.
You know.
Neil Breen at his trailer in the desert that we mentioned earlier. I want us to throw it to a clip here. This one will give you a little feel for the Breen. This is Signal. Actually, I don't think it will. I think I lied to you.
What's the source? How strong is that signal? Let me see.
I'm following it. I lost it.
All right. This is actually perfect, Rob.
He wrote the dialogue, so it does give you a feel for the Breen. He
Yeah,
wrote,
well, that's the
edited,
thing is like
directed, produced, did craft service, was accounting. He probably gave people haircuts on set. Like he did everything for this movie. Everything.
he did more than like Enfram did for Bowfinger.
Yeah.
More departments. But the thing is that I don't know that you can direct kids to be that bad. Which makes me wonder whether or not he is actually in the know. You're arguing that Neil Breen knows what he's doing.
Let me get this is going to be a through line because this is our fourth Neil Breen film. We've done Double Down. We started with Fateful Findings, which was the third movie, I think, right?
That's
we did Double Down.
She killed herself.
I Am Here Now, and we did and we did Pass Through. The only two remaining in this canon that we haven't watched are Twisted Pair and Cade Torturous Crossing, which I don't know if we can because those are companion pieces. It's a sequel deal.
So we should do it like a bonus episode, and we'll do both together.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah.
So here's my theory. Tommy Wiseau did The Room, and we all know it's well documented that he did it in earnest. He wanted it to be a thriller, a drama, like a dark Citizen Kane-esque masterpiece, right?
Yeah. When
he got laughed out of Hollywood for trying to purchase a 2-week theater run so he can qualify for the Oscars. Yeah. He backpedaled and was like, oh, this was always meant to be a dark comedy. And then years later, he would put out a short-lived sitcom called Neighbors where it's like, he's reliably being like, oh, I'm Tommy Wiseau, I'm crazy.
Yeah, he's doing the thing where he's leaning into it.
So he leans into it, whereas like Neil Breen starts at a certain point. And I think he has to have a level of self-awareness in what he's doing because the criticism never flummoxed him. It never took the wind out of his sails. He just kept doing more of the same. You know, so that's the baseline I'm going with. He never backpedaled and when I'll show them that this was actually a joke. Birdemic did the same thing. It became self-referential and became like
exactly.
You could tell that they became the joke, but they had the mental gymnastics to make it seem like they were part of the joke so they won't kill themselves. Whereas Neil Breen has been brazenly just pushing ahead, putting out more and more Breen.
What if he I think your average person, when they get humbled like that, like they've never seen any kind of criticism in their lives, you know?
You need to retcon your life to make it work.
Or Wiseau, you get hammered into the ground and then you realize you are kind of a fucking loser. And then you try to deal with retcon. You try to make it better. But Neil Breen is the kind of narcissist maybe that will never realize that he's wrong.
Yeah.
And that's why he's still
Yeah,
but to get these kids to be so bad at acting, he had to I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell kids to be deliberately bad seems like weird.
Go to any acting academy where parents are trying to force their kids into Hollywood and the kids don't want to do it and be like, I want those kids. You know?
Yeah, right. But then you have to say to the parents,
don't have it.
I want them to be bad. And then the parents are like, well, we're not going to let them do that because then they have no acting career going forward.
That's true. Yeah, so I don't know. I think he's in on the joke. I think when I'm at the pearly gates and I get my one question answered, I'm going to be like, was Neil Breen serious?
Was Neil Breen serious?
Yeah. You don't want to know where your loved ones are in the afterlife? No, I need to know if Neil Breen is serious.
Don't care. Yeah. Love you, Grandma, but Breen, please. Yeah. Everyone is tracking a comet or something like that, right?
The red laser pointer dot that appears that looks like a broken pixel on your screen?
In the screen. Yeah. That. A guy tells Breen to clean up his trash and then smacks him with a gun. And this is one of the traffickers, I guess. So, there's a connection from traffickers to Breen. Neil wakes up again, and then he does heroin, and then he falls back to sleep. It's kind of why have the, I don't know, why the minute. Neil Breen gets up, and he gets up of Neil Breen. A second Neil Breen appears, and I think we're supposed to take from that he's in the spirit world and the the Navajo world, the secondary, he did some peyote in the line.
He's in a secondary plane of existence, yeah.
But let's throw it to another clip, and you'll see why. And this is Songs.
Hey, it's me. Have you written any songs lately?
I've been working on a couple new songs, and I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, I've written like 2 or 3. Yeah, I feel good about them. Yeah, you should come over and listen to them next time.
These people do not fucking matter to the story at all.
No, they don't. And my favorite part is like all their like almanacs and like research. You could tell he just went to Barnes and Noble like an hour before filming this and got brand new like textbooks for them to look at.
Put in the expense budget for the film.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now we have a bunch of people trying to escape the desert. Those are the like immigrant sort of people, and we meet the villain of the story. Would you say the lady that like runs the trafficking gang?
Yeah, I'd say she's like the only like, vaguely menacing antagonist in this film, and maybe her henchmen kind
menacing, yeah. Like we get a bunch of people that Neil Breen obviously thinks are evil, and he's like having them portray roles of the CEOs of insurance banks and politicians and things like that. But we'll get into that later. For now, let's listen to the radio that runs the streets.
Move your ass! Get going! Come on, go, go, go! Get over here! You guys over there! Stop!
How many months pregnant are you?
7.
Oh, really?
This is for the politicians. This is for the stockbrokers. Pimps. Bankers. The CEO.
The CEO.
The lawyers.
The one.
International bankers. The resistance.
You two are of no value to me on the streets.
I'm all he's got in the world.
Grandma, why'd you shoot her? Because I have absolutely no value for you two on the streets.
Get ready.
The guns, they have no flash at the. They have no flash at the muzzle. They sound like a cap gun. There's no kickback.
Just have the little fire. Yeah, it's like they took. Remember Raw Deal?
Yeah.
With Schwarzenegger, you know how like that there's a factory that blows up, and like we were actually impressed by the explosives that they used for this like low budget film. It's like they took one of those like explosions and then like micro sized it and turned it sideways and then put it in front of the muzzle of the gun.
Like the kind of edits you and I would do when we're just like trying to like make each other laugh at 3 a.m. with our dumb photoshops. Yeah. Yes,
exactly like that. Only that's what Breen is using to, convince us that a bullet has fired from that gun. So that woman definitely killed a grandma and a son. And they're both there, like, days later. Maybe that'll change. There's a little foreshadowing for you. But for now, all of that politicians and shit that you heard, that is the typical Neil Breen list. Is a bunch of gang members handing each other cocaine to go to give to the politicians.
Yeah, cocaine and like piles of cash and like another. I forget which one I had. It might have been I'm Here Now. They all blend together because it's the same thing every time.
And you know what I really didn't understand about it either that really bugged me is that each member of the gang decided what the next pile of cocaine was going to be for. Like they were standing in a line and they were like, "This is for the resistance. This is for the crooked politicians."
You know what?
And then
that's great storytelling because like they've done this so many times before. They just just like they have that checklist in their head. They just know the chain of command at this point because they're so well seasoned and such
the evil lady would
criminals.
have divvied it up that way, but she's busy killing a grandma.
She's busy killing innocent people in front of their children.
Interracial grandkid, which happens a lot in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, Speaking of interracial relationships that don't make any age sense, here's another clip. This one's called Run.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we running? We have to keep running. Your mother's my sister. She was murdered. I swear to God I take care of you. You're my niece. We have to keep running.
We have to keep running. Your mother's my
Your
sister.
mother's my sister. Dude, this is why I pray to fucking God that Neil Breen does not know what he's like doing, though, because like it's way less funny if he knows what he's writing. You know, like it's so much more funny to me.
The fact that we still don't know, and like I've watched this, he has a 5-hour.
Yeah, but don't ascribe to him genius that doesn't necessarily belong. You know,
he has a 5-hour retrospective that came out after this for about all his films up to this point, and he's sitting in a room where you can hear the laundry and like the ceiling fan, and he's talking about the importance of sound design and lighting, and the room is poorly lit, and he says how your characters need to be in the center of the frame, and he's off kilter. It's like 4D trolling chess, dude. I swear to God.
I know, but like, well, he's not actually a genius though, because like people would recognize it if it were super smart, and like
I think it's just a really dumb joke that he's fully committed to. We can have this debate all day because I don't think we're ever gonna. It's just gonna be a circular. You know,
I know.
Like Brondo,
I think
it has
you really
electrolytes.
want it to be that, but it could be that.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say. People are getting piled into trucks. And then they all have like tubs of white vinegar, which is weird to me because like you would think that they would have water, but they don't. Neil or Spirit Neil, I'm not sure which, is wandering the desert. As we know from previous films, it's his favorite pastime to like go from rock to rock in the desert. It's just like what he really likes to do. And then whoa, this motherfucker disappears. He just like goes up to a rock wall and then boom, he's gone. Yep. So it must be Spirit Neil or Robot Neil or whatever the fuck he is.
Spirit Neil, yeah.
He reappears next to a tiger and the cave paintings that we saw by the caveman hand in the beginning. And then we get a little, narration message from him, and you'll know once we get into this why we called it Here We Go Again.
I am artificial intelligence from far in the future. I have come here to cleanse the human species of their failings and decline. For they are far too weak of spirit and intelligence to do it themselves.
He's like, he is the sexy future guru that he is in every movie. Again.
Yeah.
The guy who sees all and just knows that us humans are fucked.
At least this time he didn't have like an old motherboard taped to his chest like he did
in
here now.
True. Good point. He wasn't literally God. He was just like the God from a different dimension that wasn't like the God.
Yeah.
Anyway, those kids we mentioned before that are like galaxy obsessed, they find Breen in the desert, but take him for a bum, which, I get. It's totally fair since he is essentially passed out and he's got like 1 million injection sites on his artificial forearm.
Yeah.
And they walk by him, they're like, oh, this dude's a fucking loser, right? And he goes, nothing yet, as they pass. I don't know.
Because they're like, have you seen anything? Yeah, have you seen anything? Nothing yet.
Yeah. The people pile are moved into a messy but otherwise really nice new home. Be it at gunpoint, it is a nice, like, I would move into there. It's like a nice looking house.
Oh yeah.
You would think it'd be like run down.
You probably have to fix the subflooring. There's probably lots of pee and poopy that like soaked into the carpet because they don't have proper like plumbing or something. Yeah, but like minor fix. It's like a pretty quick renovation. Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. They're all forced to drink vinegar again, and then they're formally addressed by our evil queen, and we hear her with her proclamations about, like, sort of a rule-setting sort of situation here in Sneeze.
Yeah, her ground rules, if you will.
Yeah.
You belong to me. You ran away and tried to escape, and now you are mine. Don't even think about trying to sneeze without asking permission. I own you.
Question.
Yeah.
Are they just waiting outside of homes for someone who they see in distress, like trying to escape? And where to are the escapees escaping to?
I feel like, because there are a few of them where they had like conversations about, like, oh, the politicians in my country are so corrupt, so that's why I'm trying to come here. And
Yeah.
So the narrative, as I believe it is presented, Chris,
Yeah.
is
Okay.
they are all in the Nevada desert,
Yeah.
having come from various different countries, whether or not they actually border Nevada.
Right.
And they're rounded up by, I guess, like a proto version of like ICE to be like sent to detention before being deported back. Because there's some language about going back to where they came from, but like Neil Breen also has language about going back to where they came from so they can make it better.
Yeah,
But,
right,
like,
right.
These people just they just don't want them in our country, but
Yeah.
they never explicitly say it either. So, you know?
I don't really know. Yeah, they all tried to escape the clutches of fascism or authoritarianism or
Yeah.
too high taxes where they come from, and they were scooped up by this militant group of human traffickers in
That's
Nevada.
seemingly not credentialed, yes.
Right. Yeah. Very loosey-goosey tribe of human traffickers here. I mean, it's not very, it doesn't seem like a very organized group to me, but who knows? I wouldn't think if that's the kind of like profession you're getting into that you're like the top dog in your field of whatever study you like.
Yeah, at the same time, like, I am not a strong person, but like, if I were in one of the immigrant situations, I'd just be like, I could take them.
Yeah, me too.
I just like
there's really
put my head
not
down
a
and just
single
windmill
dude
both
that I
my
felt like
arms
I could.
or-
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Or like just
Yeah.
the good old fashioned like the punch kick, because you can't block both at the same time. It's
True. The high low. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hit him high,
Just
I
give
hit
him-
him low. You
give
hit
him
him
a punch
high
kick,
and
and
low.
then you're good.
Yeah.
Punch kick
Right.
and run. Yeah.
Kick the knee, punch the jaw. Can't protect both.
See, I'd go neck and nuts.
Oh, the neck and nut. Yeah.
Neck and nuts, because they'll be winded, or like it'll knock the wind out of them when you hit them in the nuts, but then they can't recover their wind because you punch them in the neck. You know?
True.
The
I like
old
the neck and
nuts.
nut. Yeah. The old neck and nut. Yeah, I like it. Breen takes in the aunt and her sister's daughter, offering them water and shelter. Auntie doesn't want to drink from the old vinegar jug that Breen has, and the human traffickers are using the same vinegar jugs. I just thought it was really fucking weird that they weren't like Poland Spring gallon jug. You know the ones I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you can get a gallon of vinegar from like Restaurant Depot, and they're shaped like the jugs that Breen has for his production here.
Yeah.
Or you can get the like Poland Spring water jugs.
Yeah, because like the implication, I don't think it's meant that they're drinking vinegar, but like you're right, the bottles are distinctly like when you go to a store, like I don't even need to read the labels. Like vinegars are in like it's more cylindrical and it points up on the top.
Yeah, and the handle's like kind of fixed into the overall shape. But like the gallon jug is wider, and like the handle is much more like for ease of like pouring into your own mouth if you so desire. At least that's how I see it, because that's how I drink them. Like I get the gallon of water and I just drink it like a water bottle. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I do the same thing. Yeah, it's like 89 cents is the best fucking deal you can get if you go like Kroger brand. It's awesome.
Yeah. I pay like $1.19 for Poland Spring, but like who cares? Because I just refill it on my tap.
Yeah.
Until it like
The
gets
gym
gross.
at my apartment has one of those like UV treated water bottle fillers, like fountains. And
Oh, isn't
I
that
just,
nice?
I just like sneak out there with my little access badge in the middle of the night. I'm like, I want some like fucking I want the crispy water, and I just go there. And
Yeah, you want that real like high quality shit. Yeah. And you're like tee. Yeah, I get it.
I'm not working out, but no one knows.
Yeah, you could be. I mean, just listen to that jug, bro. It's like 8 pounds. You know?
Gallons, 8 pounds, exactly.
Yeah. So the traffickers like use that bottle that we're talking about, and all the trauma and distrust between like Auntie, her niece, and Breen. You know, like makes for a very awkward exchange. We're gonna like talk about this after the clip. This one's called "Clean."
Here, drink some water.
No, I don't want
Water.
any. No, thank you. I can get myself. Thank you.
I'll let you and your niece stay in my place. I'll stay in the car up front.
No, we can't stay here.
It'll be fine.
No,
I'll clean it up.
There's no way in
worry
hell
about
we
it.
can stay here. No.
You have to trust me.
Stay here.
I'll clean it for you.
That shit.
Oh my
Listen
God!
how deliberate those
What are you
sounds are.
doing?
Yeah, you're right.
How did I get here? Oh my goodness! What is this? What are you doing? Oh my God!
It's clean. It's all clean.
Like the audio between like two talking people when it goes from close up to close up is inconsistent. But when he's throwing his cans of beans into the desert, it's like ping, ping, ping. So deliberate.
This is by far the best clip for your argument because when he throws a toilet paper roll, like it goes, you know, like it has like a tail, and she's like, "Oh my God!" And like it is
so
very
much,
like scary.
If you were
movie,
looking at the
you know?
session, there'd be like 20 tracks there. Whereas like everything else is like one mono track. He had that in stereo for a second.
Like he's definitely trying for comedy there.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know.
I know.
Back at the human trafficker's den, the kidnappers are talking about, or the kidnappees, rather, are talking about their various reasons for being there, many of whom come from other countries. Those countries possess corrupt politicians that killed their spouses, friends, and family. So we know it's not just an American problem. Breen is saying this is like a human issue, you know? So they were trying to escape because, you know, like Uncle Sam or Uncle, you know, what have you, from the country they come from is murdering people over there too, not just here in America. If you want us to put a finer pin on the point, let's go to resist.
What's it going to take to make the change happen? When's the change going to happen? When?
I realize what I'm doing is illegal, but I gotta do it.
They're all criminals. They lied to every single one of us.
The audio.
I'm getting out of here.
So bad.
Now.
So, they're arguing amongst each other, like who has it worse from their home country and what happened, and then they realize the enemy is not foreign; it is domestic at this point, and they need to rise up against these human traffickers. So the first person to say it is this guy, and he's like, "Listen, I'm getting out of here now." He didn't realize that there was apparently an armed guard standing above him. When
Literally
he said
half
this,
a foot from him. Yeah.
because he gets about 6 inches off of his seat and he is shot in the stomach to death immediately. No suffering, no nothing. He just immediately dies from a shot to the stomach that has that like little sideways fire explosion we were talking about. And that goes, and the sound design again is just absolutely pathetic. It's like it's way too low. Anyway, super good stuff there. We love that. Neil is high on meth, spouting nonsense. Motivational talk. Let's say to no one out there in the desert. Back in the den, a girl hangs herself in the shower, and the rest over argue. Okay, so that is the weirdest way to spell argue that I've ever seen. Over sleeping positions. And they're all like huddled into one room. and they all decided to like bundle up in the middle of the room. Either they're not even spread out. They just decide to all sleep on each other, and that pisses them all off, and it would piss me off too. Not really sure why they decided that particular arrangement for sleeping, but that's what they chose, and who can blame them? I guess for warmth.
But they're in the middle of the desert
man.
in like a house that's doesn't have windows open, and they're not running the HVAC. Likely.
Yeah, maybe it's December and it's like 60.
Could be.
I don't know. Anyway, let's see. I genuinely do not understand what the plot is 32 minutes in, and I don't think that we're going to like ever know. I wrote here, which is fair. Neil Breen disappears again. This time, niece sees that happen, and it causes her to like collapse and fall asleep.
Yeah.
Wasn't really sure why she had that reaction. It wasn't like she fainted from the shock of him disappearing. It was more like, the poppies from from the Wizard of Oz when they hit the field of poppies, they like kind of slowly collapse. It was more like that, and I wasn't really sure why. So niece meets up with Breen after he comes back from like Tiger Cave painting land, and they have a little dialogue. This is Dude.
Where did you go a little while ago?
I went for a walk.
I saw you. You're a weird dude.
So she definitely says what we're all thinking there.
Yeah.
Because Neil is a very strange fellow. Auntie smashes Breen in the head with a rock as a result of all this, Anyway, she then apologizes and pats him in the eye with a cloth to prove that she has good intentions.
Yes.
Which I thought was super funny. Did you see any blood? Did he try to do blood makeup?
No, he did not. The only makeup he had was his really, 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 really piss poor track marks that looked like he just like melted a chocolate chip with like a paper towel and just like dabbed spots.
Yes, true. Yeah, the upside down like Hershey Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call, dude. Auntie tells Breen about the human traffickers, and then they fold towels together.
Yeah.
Auntie says, how are you? Yeah, huge holes. I'm glad you said that. Didn't really understand why. Because
I don't know.
He's a vagrant?
To show that he's been there for a while and they're weathered.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. And like the great cleansing, it also pertains to his hygiene, and he scrubs himself so hard that it burns holes in his towels.
It turns out, like, a mile and a half from where they are, there's like this beachfront property that's just beautiful, and there's a bunch of surfers, and they're all making him assume that he is like been in the desert this whole time, but he's actually just trying to buy a property on the beach, and he's been living in this trailer being bit by rats and shit like that. And yeah, that sounds about right. Auntie says, how are you? Neil says, I'm fine. I'm fine. And I kind of wanted to clip it, but I had 74 clips anyway, so I'm moving past that one. They formally introduce themselves finally to one another, and Breen says to the viewer, because I'm human, now I like women, basically. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but he's like, it's possible for me to get horny now. And everything is a circle, he says, which is like, I don't know. He's like, I kind of want to bang this hot chick that I cast as my hot chick on my arm.
Disproportionately hot compared to the talent he's had.
They all are, dude. And I feel like the last Breen movie I watched, it was like some like 19-year-old in like a bikini that wanted to bang him or something, I was like, come on, Breen. You know, it's like
he's
ridiculous.
got that kind of power and influence. You can get some Breen poon.
Yeah, get that Breen bag while you're young and lively, ladies. He's a genius.
Yeah.
Neil, to his credit, made a rock circle in the desert, which I'm sure took his crew like at least a day to do. So let's. I've got the abuser set up here. This is around the time that the kids lose their cell power out there in the desert. Did you want to throw that in there, the little abuser?
Yeah, abuser. Here we go.
Hello? Do you see anything? What do you see? Hello? Hello?
There you go.
That's the old man from the beginning. Remember the kids that we were talking about that don't matter, to the story anymore? Yeah, like they just give us a quick dip a big toe into the pool again in this movie.
Yeah.
So we do have another clip. This one means a lot more, but we're calling this one Power.
Oh my god, the power's out on my phone.
My power's out too.
Oh my gosh, me too. No power.
Hey, look, there's that guy again.
Just so there's some semblance of continuity, they have to recognize they walked by him already. They have to acknowledge it.
Yes, exactly. Right. I don't know. Is this the last fucking time we see the kids? I'm not even sure. I think we see them one more time, right?
When he does that cleansing and he walks away and all the bodies are disappearing behind him, I think we see the kids
Yeah.
They have the binoculars out or some shit. I watched this recently and I paid close attention, but the thing about Breen movies is they kind of wash over you. You don't experience them like other movies. They kind of just happen to you, and I don't remember if they have another scene.
It's kind of like you're viewing them with your eyeballs, but then it's like a pass through to the other side of your head, and you don't take any of it inside your head.
See, I wrote a review on this recently, and I said that this is the last movie Neil Breen shot that wasn't completely on green screens, and my thesis is that conventional filming methods, the messaging that Neil Breen wanted to deliver was too powerful for the equipment that he had to present it.
I think you're 100% right there. That's a fair claim.
Did you make Aaron watch this?
And then... No, I didn't.
Okay,
she would never.
Stacey hasn't seen a single Breen movie, and I don't think she'll.
No,
I think she'll think less of me if I ever just make her sit down and watch one. Yeah,
that's fair. I think Aaron also would be like, "Why are you doing this to yourself?" But I did make her watch Glass House.
One second. I just read this out.
Glass house.
I'm waiting.
White Ferrari. Live for New Year's Eve.
All right.
So after those formal introductions we talked about, Neil Breen has revealed himself as Till, which is pronounced Thgil. And Till tells the girls that music is magical and timeless, and then they play like a concerto on a broken old piano in the desert somehow, because he has magical powers, and they don't think much of that. But then they realize something about Till, and let me tell you, it is fucking the craziest twist I've seen since I don't know, Sixth Sense. This one's called Backward Light.
Oh, you mean when they catch a glimpse at the yogurt bin? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Your name, Till. That isn't your name. That's light. Light. Spelled backwards. Isn't it? Have you seen the future?
I am the future.
Are you one of us? Or from out there?
Yes.
Yes. From out there. I can move from one time plane to another. This is my reality, not a false human illusion.
Then he makes cans float, and Amanda, I think her name is, wants the Breen bag. The tiger is back, laying right next to Breen. I think he really got a tiger for this scene. What do you think?
It looks more convincing than the one you see in Cade Torture Crossing, which is the one he wrestles.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely did not get a tiger for the scene, but it's like an 80s like glam metal shot where like he like it's his face and the tiger face, and they're like superimposed next to each other, like they're looking at each other, like you know when the two like change angles.
They're like looking at each other, but they're also like looking off in the distance, like whimsically at the same time.
Yeah, right. There must be a pool of water for them to reflect over. That's what I'm thinking.
Exactly.
More mystic methamphetamine musings from good old Breen in the desert. Blah blah blah. We are at this point just completely sick of everything he has to say. And this is when he starts to sound like a cult leader, so let's throw it to our clip of cult leader.
Here we are now. Here is where I'm from. They're 1,000 light years apart. I can manipulate space, time, and energy. I can compress time. Dark matter. Dark energy, quantum physics, the string theory. I can bend time so that I can travel from where we are now to 1,000 years in the future, where I'm from. By bending time, I can compress the travel distance in time from here to here. To no time at all.
Wow.
Yeah. He goes off on a list of science jargon that he thinks make him sound like really smart.
I live in space, time, black matter, and quantum physics.
I'm pretty sure he pronounces it quantum physics as well.
Yeah. Yep.
I think he even misses a letter or two when he goes to pronounce it. But yeah, this is the typical like cult leader like startup package where you just start saying shit that sounds super smart and like buzzwords that people have heard before, and then you pretend like you know more about it than they do, and that you'll give them the secret information the deeper they get into your camp.
So
like the more time they spend and but
it's in the corporate world too. I worked for a payroll company for about 5 years, and I became like a subject matter expert when I was like properly trained and exposed to the industry that I was working in. Like, your first week on the phones, you were taking complex questions from customers about their employees' W-2s, their fringe benefits, like important shit that if you make a keying error, you ruin someone's life potentially while they try fixing it over the course of the next 6 months. And what I've learned is a lot of these business owners that would outsource to us to do their payroll knew less than I did. So as long as I pretended I knew a little bit more than them, I could potentially ruin their lives and their businesses.
Oh yeah,
because I had to have misled unintentionally scores of people when I was still learning the ropes.
Dude, you know, you got to do what you got to do to make it. You know, especially in the corporate world. So I don't blame you.
But the point stands though is like you don't need to know that much more than the rest of the people.
No,
to have influence over their decisions. Yeah.
No, 100%. Especially because most of America is just fucking dumb. Let's just say it.
Yeah. Yep.
So it doesn't take much convincing before people are like, this guy knows what he's talking about. You just have to have some charisma, and you need to memorize some phrases and some, you know, just like I like Bertrand Russell. I like Einstein. I like, I'm a Socrates fan. You know, and then people are like, "Oh my god, listen to these things that I've vaguely heard of and don't know anything
Socrates,
about." I
who
assume
never
that,
wore jackets. Yes.
or wrote a word down on paper. But anyway, Till is going to commit mass genocide.
Mm-hmm.
Just thought I'd throw that out there. Our hero.
Yeah.
He wants to like do the like let's kill half of all people. We're going to
He wants to
kill
kill
the evil
300 million, I think he says, right?
It's
up
yeah.
there.
He wants to do it in that kind of way where he's targeting only bad people, but like I'm wondering how the fuck he knows which ones are bad. Like if he's not actually God, like how does he
For someone who's as smart as he makes himself out to be, he's got to understand there are gray areas behind the choices some people make.
Yeah, gray area is the term. Because, like, there are people who do really fucked up shit, and they might not be 51% fucked up.
Yeah.
But they're still, like, they did some really fucked up stuff. And then there's people who, like, are over 1% fucked up, who have done some amazing things. So it's like... If you're like literally every week you're going out and feeding the homeless and like giving shoes to the needy, like
but
who are
you
walking
kill a
around.
guy because they touched
but
your
then, like,
girlfriend's titty. But you
yeah,
were
right,
drunk and that wasn't the real you or something.
Yeah. Or you're doing a Dexter thing and you're like fucking like killing child rapists or something. Like where do you I'm okay, like I know this guy he's been slipping through the court system forever, but he's raping a child every week, and I kill one of those every year. That's just what I do because I don't want the world to suffer with people like like you're gonna kill that's murder.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's capital M murder. Yeah, technically. So like, would Breen get rid of him? Is what you're asking, or would he spare him?
Yeah, I'm saying he doesn't even he doesn't dissect him on a pad. He just makes it look like a fucking robbery or something. He just shoots him in the head. Like now we have no one less child rapist.
Yeah,
is Breen gonna? You know what I mean? Like I'm sorry, I'm spending too much time on this. Anyway, the news people report that Breen is the Breen list from the Breen list from every movie are all disappearing. So the politicians, the greedy insurance people, the blah blah blah. I wish I didn't write it like that. The international bankers, the crooked politicians, the ultra rich people, they're all disappearing, which is really funny because I think he forgets that immediately that he already disappeared all of the bad people. So, because now he has a standoff with a bad person after all of that happens, and here's one of our last clips. I don't think it is the last clip, but it's one of two.
We got two more after this.
Yeah. Okay, this one is done.
Who the hell are you? What the hell are you doing in my house?
This is my universe.
I will kill you.
I will eliminate all of the people like you that have ruined this planet.
You are done.
No, you are done.
I'm
done.
Done. What?
For some reason, I felt the need to leave that last part in there. I think it's for our. All right, so if you're just listening, guys, we're sorry for what may have seemed like dead air, but it's visually a treat if you watch the video component on Spotify or on YouTube. That you can find on www.theworstmovieevermade.com.
So this lady, the very evil villain, right? It sounded to me like she was trying to take direction from Breen there. She's like, "You are done," and he's like, "No, you are done," and she's like, "Wait, I'm done." Like, done. Am I the one? Like, was I supposed to say that? Like, line wise, was I supposed to be like, "I'm done"? I don't really. Neil tells everyone to go lead a revolt against the crooked politicians in their own home countries. So he's actually not anti capture and deportation. He's like,
He wants to send them back,
really
but for noble
do.
reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
I removed the people that you were
don't want you here.
I removed you from the people you were fleeing from. Sorry, I removed the people you were fleeing from the world. So you should go back home and to your shitty
start a
conditions
campaign.
And start a campaign and starve to death in the process because you killed, even though you killed like their dictator who's tyrannical and oppressive, that person's also the guy that keeps the trains running and like the food distro happening.
But he's even like go overthrow your governments. Like, go overthrow the bad people, which he presumably already vanished, which is weird because, like, they're already gone. Like, the way he words it is like they're still there. So I don't really know who he got rid of and who he didn't. He did say only 300 million. So, like, maybe it was just all of America because that's about the population of America. I don't know.
America's like 380, I think. Yeah, so that'd be like all the adults at least. It'd be at least there'd be kids left. There'd be like kids. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are American children left. This sounds like an Epstein dream, dude. Isn't travel going to be difficult now, though, that there are hundreds of millions of people that are gone, including like every pilot who ever had a drink when he was flying, like Denzel style? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna like major disruptions on global travel, I think, if like, a gigantic amount of people.
Infrastructure,
not to mention the like
it's all gonna fall apart.
The panic that is involved in like just like 3 or 4% of the population.
That's
just
the funniest part to me because we only see what's happening in this very local area, but like 300 million people seemingly like at random across the entire world just like gone. Like the
there's
Thanos
going
snap,
to be
right?
mass panic. Yeah. Mass panic. Have you ever seen the show The Leftovers? And it's like an HBO property.
Sounds familiar, but I can't like say I don't like.
It
recall.
deals with that in like a Lost kind of way, like just like I don't know, 40% of people just disappear one day, just like they're in their kitchen like slicing fruit for their kid, and they just like disappear, and then their spouse has to like just like live the rest of their lives not knowing whatever happened to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there's like basically it is like mass panic. And then like recovery. It's kind of an interesting. It was a good couple seasons and then it just fell off. Anyway. The corrupt insurance company CEOs and the politicians all spout off scripts written by the same hand, definitely, that is Neil Breen in every Neil Breen movie. And he just interrupts them on green screen going, "Isn't that corrupt? Isn't that corrupt?
Isn't that
against the public good? Isn't that morally corrupt? Isn't that corrupt?"
I love when he does it, and then like you just hear like the humming of like the like HVAC or like and they're all just like staring. He just like kind of like shifty eyes back and forth real quick and like shrugs.
Yeah, and then he walks away, and they're like, "Who was that guy?"
Yeah. Who's wearing a regular tuxedo and not a Canadian one now,
True, yeah. So the world would go to shit if we just eliminated every conceivable morally bad person. How do we decide? Lots of gray area there. No, I think so. The comet, by the way, is here. The red laser pointer that you referred to before.
The broken pixel on your screen. Yep.
We get a little throwback to earlier in the movie just because like Neil remembered, and that's called "It's Here."
It's here. For sure, it's here.
I can see it clearly.
What?
We have to call the professor now. I'm on my way to your house.
I'll call right now, and I'll meet you here.
I'll meet you here, where she already is. Where he?
Right. Fuck, man, those kids were just so bad. We had to feature them a lot, even though they didn't really matter to the story.
Yeah.
So they realize then that Till is an alien, and that he gives them like. He like stops them and gives them like 300 tiny little batteries, like the key fob batteries, like the little circle ones that you might put in a Tamagotchi. He's just like
the
here you go, and he,
C032, yeah.
Yeah. He just like spills like 300 or 400 of those into the kid's hand, and then all over the desert. And they're like, "Oh,
Here's
great!
proof that I was
Thanks."
here. Those are dangerous, man. If your kid eats those, they're like they're basically dead. You know that?
They're donezo, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like you can't like poison control like won't be able to get there soon enough. Like if you eat one of those batteries, like might be a good way to go out. Anywho,
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll ruminate on that off air. Then the niece runs off into like an old mine shaft for literally no reason. Till and Amanda track her down. Till tells the aunt and niece that they are leaving the cave, not before he heals the man in the cave of his PTSD. Not kidding. This really does happen. Some guy then chases them down and shoots aunt and niece, and Till makes him shoot himself as he heals these ladies back up from getting shot and all that. But let's throw it to our last clip of the day. This one is strong.
What in the name of mighty Hercules is this? How did this get here?
Sorry, wrong button.
Oh, jeez. Very strong.
What are you talking about? I can't. You can't stay. You can't stay here. What do you mean you're not going? What are you telling me this for? Please, please. After everything we've been through, everything. You can't stop now. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I can't. You can. I'm tired. You're strong.
You're so much stronger than me.
No.
I can't go on. I don't want to go.
After everything we've been through.
I'm not going.
We need to go now.
No! I'm not going.
It's my 4-year-old son. Like you could be running from like a tsunami, like knocking down buildings behind. Like, my legs are tired. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna lay down.
Just leave me. Just go. Let's go without me.
Yeah, I get it. So that's the aunt and niece arguing about whether niece is going with them on the interplanetary like comet ride that is the laser pointer thing, I think, right?
Yeah.
So aunt just decides, fuck it, I'm going with or without my niece that I cared about this whole movie.
Yeah.
We get more clocks and cave drawings. Till is taking her to another dimension. We must continue the purge of morally inferior humans to survive. And I don't know what I wrote there. So that is essentially the story. That's about where it ends.
All right. So now that we've unpacked 4 Neil Breen films at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Chris, what's your favorite one so far?
It was Fateful Findings.
See, in my mind, it's a double feature. It's Double Down and then Fateful Findings, because I feel like Double Down is. I know they're different. They're canonically different characters, right? But I feel like because he was such a secret agent in Double Down, he gets his memory wiped, and then he begins a successful like doctor job or whatever that allows him to have like a Rolls Royce or a Ferrari in Fateful Findings. And I think he's the same guy, and he realizes, and that's why he has to write his book to uncover all the conspiracies with the president. So if you watch him as a double feature, what I'm saying is double down into Fateful Findings. I think that's the magnum opus here.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's Fateful Findings
good.
Is by far his best movie.
I can't believe you killed yourself. Why would you
commit suicide? I cannot believe that you would commit suicide. You did not commit suicide, did you? You did. You committed suicide.
In Double Down, he does break into a Ferrari with a flip phone. So,
dude, I mean that's great, but like Fateful Findings is better.
Yeah.
Isn't Fateful Findings the one where he like smashes like 4 laptops too? And he like spills tea on it.
He falls asleep with his coffee.
Yeah. And it's like an infomercial in black and white.
and he's just sitting there with his book. He just like whips it at the laptop screen. It's like, boom.
Yeah, dude, it's the best, man. Fucking love Faithful Findings. I'll watch that.
When she tears the shoulder on his shirt and he like rips her shirt and then he just like slides
Yes.
on the
Oh
laptop.
my god, it's so good, dude. That fucking movie is amazing. I will watch it tomorrow for sure.
I might watch it again. I have them all on my hard drive. They're great. They're good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right, let's throw it to the offensive minigame, shall we?
Yeah, so we are new bumpers. Where is it? Here we go. Well, how do you feel about offensive mini games?
Oh, no, just get me psychotic. How about a suicide pact?
Wow.
How about a suicide pact?
How do we do it?
I'll sting you, you step on me.
That just kills you twice.
Right.
Go ahead.
Man, we honed in on that, huh?
We pulled. Here's something that happens with this show every time we do a new season with new bumpers.
Yeah.
We pull like 50 clips from the movie that won the previous seasoning. And we don't discuss the bumpers. We just go like, you're getting like YouTube and production and you're getting like
pull the clips.
This compare the movie.
We're not talking about it.
And then out of all 48 clips, we both use the suicide pact one, and then we both use the
Nightmare.
The one with Patrick Warburton. Where is the night? Where is Nightmare? Let's find it. This one right.
One more Nightmare.
What did I name it?
Oh, that bee is living my life.
Let it go, Kenny.
When will this nightmare end?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Out of 48.
Yeah, we used 3. So, just because of that, and in spite of that, I have all 48 clips from B-Movie on my soundboard, and they will be making appearances throughout the season, just for the fun of it. Yeah, get our money's worth.
We should call them stingers. Throw in a stinger here and there. Yeah.
Sting. 1 second.
Wait, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll get plenty of that in a minute.
All right.
All right. So here's what you're about to hear from the offensive movie game for the rest of the fucking season because it's a Neil Breen movie. Just warning you. Our hero's Mojave heroin habit, Breen scenes with beauty queens, and unenthusiastic eradication. Those are the 3 themes that we had that were very fucking offensive from this movie that you will hear compared to movies in the future. Go ahead.
Can you repeat the verbiage for the second and third one? I have Mojave heroin habit.
Okay. Breen's scenes with beauty queens. Seems to be a theme in every movie he does. And then unenthusiastic eradication of, 300 million humans.
Eradication. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Let's throw it then to bad credit names. And I'm pretty proud of this bumper, I won't lie.
All right, let's see. Bad credit.
Have you ever been stung, Mr. Sting? Because I'm feeling a little
That's
stung.
why you
Sting.
And this is Blake and Blair and Blaine and Brent.
Or should I say, Mr. Gordon M. Sumner?
Taylor, Tyler, Jordan, Flynn. These are not real names.
Bad credit names.
Nice. That was good.
Fucking happy with that.
You know, it'd be cool if we at the end after the
I
Carlin
sent
part,
you
it was like Shirley Pickle. Did you send it?
Pickle. Did I?
Who cares? I don't know. You didn't text me saying you did, but I have enough screens in front of me beaming into my face.
If I didn't text you that I did, then I didn't.
All right. Well, as Neil
you know
Breen,
why?
easy.
Okay, so here's why. Neil Breen.
Neil Breen's the only person, and everybody else is listed as immigrant.
Neil Breen. Immigrant. Yeah. Neil Breen. And Neil Breen. Yeah, that's I didn't even bother. But you know what? Like, we've got the bare bones first episode of the season going, so that's what you're getting. We also don't have a movie comparison, but let's throw it to the bumper anyway.
You can just start backing up, honey, because I believe you're about to eat it.
And we're about to compare the movies.
You like jazz?
Like jazz.
So
You like
pass
jazz?
through the production. Complete incoherence. Acting, Rob, what do you want to say about the acting in this one so we have something to compare it to next week?
Caught between rubber and wooden.
Rubber and wooden.
Your video disappeared.
Yeah, I think I accidentally clicked it. Hold on.
Huh. There you go. You're back. Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. Rubber and wooden. Dialogue.
It's certainly dialogue.
I suppose it is.
There's not a word in my vocabulary. It's melodramatic, which is like melodrama is inherently it's soap opera, you know, but it aspires to be melodramatic because it's basically I'm basically saying like melodramatics already down here, but an aspiring to that's below that.
Yeah, I get it and I agree. Offensive. How offensive was it? I mean, not terribly.
I mean, aside from the genocide stuff, I mean, his heart's in the right place. He wants to stop the bankers.
I'm gonna rate hearts in the right place.
Okay.
And then, do you have any demerits?
I still feel like he's trying to fool us, and that makes me feel bad.
Trying to fool us. I love it.
It makes me feel bad because, like, I want it so bad to be that he's trolling everybody.
Yeah,
but I feel like that speaks more to my character. Yeah, my wish of that speaks more to my character than like if he were actually doing that would speak to his.
Agreed.
I feel like I've been had, or I want to be had, and I know that it's not the case. But I will die on that hill. And
I know you weren't going to sleep anyway tonight, but like good luck sleeping with that thought. Next week we're doing TC 2000. Never even heard of it before today.
So, for those of you who don't know, Billy Blanks, the Tybo guy, rocking his best Wesley Snipes flat top circa Demolition Man, is in a RoboCop 100%. Knockoff from
with Bolo Young.
Yes,
and Bolo Young from Bloodsport, by the way.
There's a montage where him and his like Asian mentor, who he meets in the third act, punches a glass wall and a watermelon explodes on the other end, and then it smash cuts to both of them looking at one of those. You know the thing with the marbles and the strings that go ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
It goes from
like
exploding watermelon.
Of a kind.
Yeah, it goes from like exploding watermelon to both of them just like. Before like shadow boxing again and then like fighting the bad guy. It's fucking great.
Cool. Can't wait. Bolo Young, by the way, villain in Bloodsport. Like one of the coolest fucking villains you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Like shooting snot rockets all over the floor. Like doesn't give a fuck, kills guys. Like just super happy to be a really bad person.
And the villain,
really good villain.
The villain in TC 2000 is named Nicky Picasso.
Oh my god. Oh fuck, I can't wait for this movie, dude.
Oh, it's good. It's a thing that happened. You might like it. I kind of liked it.
I can't wait to unpack it. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it, I think. Rob, why don't you plug us and then go ahead, please.
It's so clearly a B movie and they're trying their darndest, but like it's got better production values than like a Breen movie. So like it's enjoyable. If you like schlocky, like techno future dystopian stuff, Right.
Can't wait.
So,
all right, plug us and then throw it to me. I'll give us some gratitude, and then
you can find us at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. That takes you to a Linktree page. That's where you go find our YouTube, our Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, Google Play. Or you can like search us on any podcast app you use. I used to use Overcast before like all my shows like made it onto Spotify and I get free Spotify through my wife's work, so I'd rather just have it all in one app. But you don't have to. That's just my thing. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. You could email us at worstmovieevermade@gmail.com with no the, because somebody else got that before us, even though we own the domain.
Bastard.
So worstmovieevermade@gmail.com, or if that's too much difference for you to handle, because I like everything when it's all the same and streamlined, just go to www.theworstmovieevermade.com. You click that little envelope and it'll open up Outlook Express 3 hours later. And when you get back from running your errands, you'll be like, oh shit, I did mean to email them. And then you can pop it off. So
Please do.
That's that. Next week, we are doing TC 2000 starring Billy Blanks. It's on Tubi for free with ads.
And Bolo Young.
Yes. So just get into it. Get into us. We will see you guys next week. And I'm just going to play that one shot on the way out. We want to do your gratitudes first, Chris? Or you want to talk over the one shot? Do you want to just do
yeah, give us a one shot and caress that subscribe button if you please. Give it a little tickle.
You like jazz?
Thank you, Hey Schmabe.
But one thing I do
JK,
like is reading
Midge
the worst
McKay,
comments on YouTube.
When will this nightmare end?
Well, how do you feel about offensive mini games?
Oh, no, just that me psychotic.
Thank you to Daniel. Thank you to Robin. Love you.
Start backing up, honey, because I believe
Thank you to Steve. Steve,
and where
you've been with us since day 700, episode 291, and we love you for it.
Hi guys, we will see y'all next week. Ta-ta.
Bye, Jessica.
Bye, Jessica.